Okay, folks, let's look around before we close today. I'm your host, BKP. Don't forget, don't leave right after the show. It'll be time for instant replay. Right after this show. Dave Garner and the Pickens Dragons head coach at 10:15 will be Dave's guest, Chris Parker. And I tell you what, they are one of the top talked about teams in the state of Georgia, those Pickens Dragons. So don't miss that. Let's go around here. Some of the internet things that I'm looking at. You can't even walk. There's just so many people. Migrant caravan van bound for U.S. swells despite Trump's threats. Wonder what is emboldening these people. How come they're getting so emboldened that they feel they could just keep coming our way? Millions of people each year are drawn. Let's see. A caravan. My apology, went on the wrong one. A caravan of Central American migrants marching into Mexico bound for the United States grew to at least 5,000 on Sunday, getting the 5,000 to 7,000 number, despite threats from President Donald Trump that he will use the military at the border. Okay, so that is taking place. Now, I don't know, okay? I don't know, and I don't want to argue, okay? But this is, you remember Spartacus. Now, here's what happened, number 3. This is what Spartacus looked like when he found out, all right? Number 3 here. There he is. There's Spartacus. That's Cory Booker. So, last week, and the reason I say this, okay, now, and I want you to remember this today, Josh, 9:34 on this morning, as I take a sip of my Diet Dr. Pepper. Let me say this. Last week, you were reading accounts of, okay, oh, they're crazy as hell. That's the only way I can put it. These Democrats are crazy as hell. They are whatever, crazy. So last week, they started floating out that Hillary's running again, okay? Hillary, they're trotting Hillary out. They're going to trot her out. She may be on a walker this time, okay? Do you realize Dianne Feinstein of California is running for Senate again? She's in her 80s. Oh, we have lost it, folks. We have flat alpha. She is in her 80s. Is she 81? She's running for Senate again. And you thought Strom Thurmond, who remembers Strom out there pushing that 100 mark as a senator from South Carolina? All right, so Hillary, they started floating out last week, okay? And here's a little theory I have, okay? Hillary has these casualties of war, and it's not just with Republicans. If Hillary is running again, and you think you will survive as an opponent of Hillary Clinton, all right? So last week, you know, Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, you know, that was the Democrat failure of the week. Maybe that's what we do. Put me a graphic together called the Democrat failure of the week. So last week's Democrat failure of the week was obviously, you know, Elizabeth Warren with Pocahontas. Now here's Cory Booker, former mayor of Newark, former mayor of Newark, New Jersey. He is now the senator of Newark, New Jersey. Now, it's been alleged for some time that Spartacus, a.k.a. Spartacus, you know, may be gay. I said it. Whew, I'm glad I got it out there. Just saying, maybe, allegedly, that Spartacus is gay. So he could be your first, you know, they love first, right? I mean, Pocahontas wanted to be the first female Native American president. Oh, God, these people are crazy as hell. Stacey Abrams wants to be the first black female governor in the nation. Okay. Spartacus, Gilliam wants to be the first black governor of Florida. Well, Spartacus may want to be the first black, gay, maybe, president. So this story is going around the internet. Now, it's not that I am saying it's true. It's just going around. And this is from the American Thinker, okay? And it's hit a couple different spots. It's at the American Thinker. It actually was broke by the Gateway Pundit. Now, I'm just saying. Senator Spartacus Booker of New Jersey is shaping up to be quite a piece of work. After grandstanding through the Senate confirmation hearings about the evils of sexual harassment as he sat there in the high-eyed judgment on the blameless Judge Kavanaugh, calling himself Spartacus. Okay? According to the Gateway Pundit, which I could have read it from the American Thinker, the Pundit. According to the Gateway Pundit, which has a 4-page written statement from an anonymous victim. Well, you may say to me, well, wait a minute, you're doing an anonymous victim story? Well, wait a minute, Dr. Blasey Ford was at one time an anonymous victim, right? So I don't know if this is true. I'm just saying it's an anonymous victim, okay? An anonymous gay male stepped forward today and released a shocking description on how he was sexually assaulted by Senator Cory Booker back in 2014. The man claims Booker came to his workplace to speak, met him as he was coming out of the men's room, and then pulled him back into the restroom and sexually assaulted him. The young man is a gay man and Democrat. The man tells a very detailed analysis on what took place at his work. So, it's alleged that Booker may be gay. It's alleged by an anonymous victim that he may have pulled him back in the bathroom. Just may have. Now, no, we do not have an answer on whether it's a transgender bathroom. We do not. But he may have pulled him back in there. Just saying. I'm telling you, if Hillary Clinton is running, all of these Democrat hopefuls will start having things happen. Like you will not, I'm just me saying that, okay? So Cory Booker, maybe, okay? Let's take the Booker down, and let's take the Cory Booker down, and let's go with, well, let's just go blank screen for a minute because I don't have anything for this next story. Transgender could be defined out of existence under Trump administration. Now, how many of you were wondering when Title IX, okay, would play a role in the whole transgender thing? Okay, this is from the New York Times. It's going everywhere, just in time for election, okay? Just in time, the LGBT community, let's get them fired up. Trump administration is considering narrowly defining gender as a biological. Well, God forbid we pick genitalia, okay? Immutable condition, okay? So let's see, what does that mean? Immutable. Got it wrong. Unchanging over time or unable to be changed. Okay? So if you think you're a boy and you want to be a boy and you go out and buy some Pro Kids and some jeans and you cut your hair and you take whatever you have to take to get a little facial hair beard going, and and you strap them down and all the works, and you get a flannel shirt and whatever it may be, and you change your name from Julie to Johnny.
Immutable.
That would be immutable. Unable to change. So, just in time to get them all worked up. Immutable condition determined by genitalia at birth. The most drastic move yet in a government-wide effort to roll back recognition and protections for transgender people under federal civil rights. Well, maybe some women are tired of men calling themselves a woman, and winning the event. I mean, just Google transgender wins event, period, and watch how many come up. Women might be thinking, what the hell? Just because Tony became Terry, she should not be able to enter our event and win it. Effort to roll back recognition and protections for transgender people under federal civil rights law. A series of decisions by the Obama administration loosened the legal concept of gender in federal programs, including the education and healthcare, recognizing gender largely as an individual's choice and not determined by sex assignment at birth. How dare us use genitalia to decide if you're a boy or girl when you're born? We'll leave that up to you. We're going to make it 12. When you get 12, tell us what you're thinking. No, damn it. Let's let the doctor decide. A series of decisions by the Obama administration loosened the legal concept. It's a concept of gender in federal programs, recognizing gender largely as an individual's choice and not determined by the sex assigned at birth. You're not assigned a sex at birth. You are a sex at birth. You're not assigned jack squat at birth. You've not been assigned anything. Okay? The good Lord created you, and you are born not assigned to anything. Okay? I probably went somewhere I shouldn't have said. All right. The policy promoted fights over bathrooms, dormitories, single-sex programs, Title IX, and other arenas where gender was once seen as a simple concept. Conservatives, especially evangelicals, were incensed. Now the Department of Health and Human Services is spearheading an effort to establish a legal definition of sex under Title IX. Wondered when that was going to happen. Wonder when the women's rowing team over at college did not want to give up those 2 scholarships to Benny and Freddie in the back with the paddles. Okay? All right. The federal civil rights law that bans gender discrimination in education programs that receive government financial assistance, according to a memo obtained by the New York Times. Let me tell you something. The girls' softball team at college does not want to give up 3 scholarships to Ben, Fred, and Bill, to play the outfield and grow long hair, okay, and shave their legs. Wondered when old Title IX would surface in a whole new direction with the transgender world, but they are freaking out over that, okay? Absolutely have gone crazy over that one this morning. Now, there's a big rally in Texas tonight, okay? Donald Trump, there was a lot being made. There was a lot being made of Trump and Texas. They said, Here's what they said. They said, you know what? We don't think, okay, we don't think that Donald Trump can fill the biggest arena in Texas. So what we're going to do is we're going to, they had a place, I think Trump had a place for him and Ted Cruz. They had a place right outside. I don't know where it was at. And I don't think it was El Paso, but wherever it was at, it only held like 7,000. And when they did that, the media made a lot of fun of them. So they changed it, I think, to somewhere that's going to hold 15 to 18,000. And now they're suspecting that 100,000 people could show up just because of what the media did. They camped out last night, okay, all night. They planned one of the biggest tailgate parties in Texas, one of the biggest ever in Texas. And they're going to fill the place, and they're hoping to bring out about 100,000, okay? That's interesting. Let's see if I forgot anything today here. Morning Joe is going to Florida. CNN is in Florida doing what they're trying to do. They make fun. I don't want to forget this. They make fun of every candidate on the stage, okay? All right? They make fun of every candidate on the stage about science, okay? Every time they come to climate change, and they start talking about climate change, and they start talking about the global warming, they make fun of the Republican on the stage, and they start talking about they believe in science. I watched that. Let me look here. See what's around the internet before we close. We got the 5 takeaways from Gillian and DeSantis' first debate. Trump to begin cutting off aid to countries associated with migrant caravan. We talked about that. Okay. Lawmakers point fingers at Saudi crown prince in Khashoggi's death. Okay. Trump is just taking a wait and see on this. I for one, really believe, okay, I really believe, I don't think, okay, that Trump is going to let this go. But you got to understand, let's go to, they talked about the Gianforte. Remember Gianforte and Trump Gianforte body slammed the reporter, okay? Let's go with number 10. Okay, this is CNN. Okay, this is the Crown Prince, Saudi this is the foreign minister, I'm sorry, on Saudi's foreign minister on Fox the other day. A tremendous mistake was made. Saudi fuels skepticism with changing story. Go to number 11. Okay, this is at 5:02 a.m. this morning. This is their top story. CNN's top story. Saudis say they don't know where the body is. Palace source tells CNN remains were given to local corroborators. They say they made a mistake. Okay. But folks, they're talking Khashoggi. All I am saying is they're trying to tie this to Trump. If you think CNN, MSNBC, ABC, any of them care that this journalist is dead, sadly is dead, and has been murdered, no, they don't. They're trying to turn this into Trump and his, the way he has presented himself with journalists here in America, and he has caused and fueled this fire against journalists around the world. I'm just telling you now. So I'm not interested in the Khashoggi story. I know that sounds insensitive, but just not something for me. Let's go to number 12. Trump rallies this week, okay? You've got Monday, That's today. He will be in Texas. That's tonight. Let's see. Wednesday, he's going to Wisconsin. All right. Friday, he's going to Charlotte, North Carolina. Saturday, Murfreesboro, Illinois. And Trump is nonstop. I predict he will be in Georgia before it's over. Let's see. They don't like this number out, folks, because let's wrap up our day here with number 13. Job approval. Trump's at 47%. 49% disapprove. That means that Trump is around 55%. Absolutely. People will not talk to pollsters. Trump is way over 50%. Way over 50% is his approval rating, and that's why he's on the campaign trail. He is way over Obama at this time. He is way over Clinton. He is over George W. Trump is way over 50%. That's why he's on the campaign trail every day. That's why you will see him in Florida with Ron DeSantis before it's over. That's why you will see him in Georgia before it's over. That's why you saw him in Utah with Dean Heller. You think Dean Heller didn't know that he would have him in Utah. That's why you see him there. That's why Ted Cruz, he's going to be in Texas. Donald Trump is the top of the ticket, and they know it. And he can get the people to come out and vote, and they know it. He will come to Georgia. That's my prediction. Let me check Twitter before we close just to make sure there's nothing I left off. Before we close, this morning, make sure he hasn't tweeted anything out. Nope, he has not. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. When we return, top of the hour, 10 o'clock, will be instant replay with Dave Garner. Dave's guest this morning at 10:15 will be Pickens Panthers. No, that's tonight. Union Panthers. Pickens Dragons. Tonight I'm going to be up at the Union Panthers. I apologize, folks. Pickens Dragons head coach Chris Parker will be with Dave at 10:15. Tonight I'll be up in Union County. Check us out on Facebook. And don't forget, anytime throughout the week, anytime throughout the day, you can get me at 706-889-9700. We're always available there. You can email me, chief@fetchernews.com. And don't forget, you can follow us on social media. I'm out till tomorrow at 8 a.m., but right after these messages, North Georgia's #1 only online sports show, Monday mornings at 10, instant replay with Dave Garner. I'll see you tomorrow morning.